survival or suicidal. I don't wanna die young. It's a fight to survive or suicidal.
I walk in the building to burn it, set it afire, they all get murdered. I feel like my demons are turning, fuck up again and I guess I'm not learning. Got the opposition nervous, y'all are really only telling the surface. I'm living through all of these curses, bringing the pain and know that I'm hurting.
Not affection and my face is still expressionless. Taking it off clean, sleepy hollow, I'm collecting it.
Messing with a king, have the dirt, you go rest in it. I'm meant for this, you try to take it from me, blow your head in it.
Yo. Let it brew, let it brew. Welcome to another exciting episode of In the Corner with your host, your boy, Luck Jackson. Today, we have an exciting episode. Today, I have our TKL Elite World Champion, the hated one, CJ Renegade. I have oh my goodness, the 10-piece gold magic, 10K karat gold supernova champion Zy Gold in the building today. Oh my God. And then of course, I got everybody's favorite cuz, Primo cuz, our supernova, or I'm sorry, our rising star champion. But it's going to be a great episode today. I can't wait. It's going down. Also, of course, I'm going to have my boy Jay Graham on. We got a lot of special guests today. We're going to be talking about Night of Champions that just wrapped up in Saudi Arabia. Man, but first and foremost, if you haven't heard, TKL tickets are on sale July 26th. APW TKL. It's going down. That's going to be also in store. It is about to go down, man. Welcome to episode 7. Thank y'all for being here. We got another episode of Combat Zone fresh on the YouTube channel. Me and Thabos had a fun time commentating on that. But dog, it's going to be a great show. So first and foremost, I would like to talk about the fact that Solo Sikoa's bloodline keeps growing. And I mean that literally and figuratively. Like, at this point, he just getting all their cousins. They play cousins. They third cousins, bro. He's got everybody. I don't even know this new dude. Like, I can't wait for somebody to get on here and tell me who this new dude is. But Solo beats Jacob with the help of first Tamaloa coming back. Where's Tamatonga? I was just starting to like him. But where's my private chat? I'm just getting word Zai can't make it. Her flight got delayed. Oh man, that's tough. Let's see. I wonder who we're gonna have coming on first. Let's see. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, by way of Victoria, Texas, weighing in at too much information for me to disclose of without being able to live and tell the story about it, the hated one who was responsible for the most devastating move in all of professional wrestling, that damn spear, the whole damn indies, CJ, the hated one. What's going on, brother? How you doing today on this beautiful Saturday afternoon? I hope my intro was justice. I hope it was all right. How are you doing today, my friend? Can you hear me loud and clear?
I'm doing good, man. It's the tank, CJ Renegade. Excuse me, man. I'm tired as hell right now, so bear with me here.
Word has it you had a big match last night, huh?
Yeah, I finally debuted on AAA, so that was definitely an experience, to say the least.
How'd it go? How'd it go? What was it like?
It was definitely an experience. I saw a lot of familiar faces, a much bigger crowd than I'm used to. Um, the energy there is just phenomenal. Like you can go to any other indie event and just it feels like an indie event, but there it's just something else is different. The lucha crowds are definitely high energy, um, really out there. So yeah, it's definitely different from what other stage I did.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. So, like, you're not the type like to get nervous or anything like that. But was there like a moment of like, oh snap, like this is one of those moments I've been working for. You know what I mean?
Okay, so they always say if you're nervous, that means you care about your craft. So that is true, yes. But to me, it feels like I do get nervous, but I don't show it. I don't like. It's like I'm really good at hiding how I feel.
Emotional
Like
control situation.
yeah, so I may not look nervous. Like obviously when I'm up there, it's a whole different story. But once the music hits and you step out, it's a whole different ball game. Like I feel like I'm back in my element. So I don't I don't crack under the pressure pretty much.
I heard that.
Um yeah, that's sort of how I see it. I know people who are still new at this get nervous in front of crowds or like get nervous being on camera and everything, but me, I've been doing this not like wrestling, but entertainment for so long. It's just like
Second nature.
it's just yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah. So, were we in Laredo, Victoria,
Yeah,
Laredo?
it was in Laredo at the Casablanca Event Center. That event center is just like the it's huge. Like it just feels like it feels like you're an actual AAA event, you know?
Hmm. Okay, okay, okay. Um, talk about like non wrestling. So, what do you get into for fun, CJ? Since Graham wants to know what you do outside of wrestling.
So outside of wrestling, I do a lot of different things. Um, I'm never bored, pretty much. So, um, I I stream, I play video games, on my PC or PS5 under the name It's Rennie Gamer, breaking kayfabe here. But I stream on Twitch and Kick sometimes. Um,
Okay.
I play like horror games, indie games, any game I can get my hands on, pretty much.
So,
Preferably if they're free. Um, then after that, I make my own music. I mix and master. I can edit. I can honestly, I do a lot of different things other than just like wrestling. And wrestling was just like another passion of mine. But I do music. I mix and master. I edit. I can do my own videos. I can make my own graphics. I can live stream on Twitch and Kick and TikTok. Um, I do graphic design. Um, part of a car club. Like I do a lot of different things than just wrestling, man. Like it's best to keep yourself busy. That way, you never have nothing else to do. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Okay, okay. So what led to the wrestling being like out of all those passions? Because like me, like I got a lot of hobbies too, and like what led wrestling to being like I feel like the forefront of like the one that gets the most attention. Like I feel like drive like has the most smoke behind it right now.
I think because as a kid, before anything, wrestling was the thing I would watch on a daily. I would watch Raw, SmackDown. Back then there was Main Event. Back then it was Heat, Velocity, like a lot of
Ooh,
different stuff I would watch, and I just loved like the storytelling. It gave me into it, and of course, just like the characters, being able to be in front of the crowds, like that was like one of the past, like one that I wanted to do, but you don't know where to find all of that at 13 or 12 years old. You don't know where to find all of that. So I'm just stuck to watching it as a fan, and over the years I just continued watching and watching. I got into music and streaming. Then at around 2022, that's where I found the sort of the door to figure out where to go, like who to talk to or where to go, or like figure out how to get training or how to find gear. Like, it just one thing after another. That's virtually how it all started. Like, I was a fan when I was a kid up till I turned 29. I figured out where to go, and that's how I got into wrestling.
So music is music. So let's talk about your music a little bit. Like, so, like, is it like a hip hop? Is it like a Tejano, a country? Like,
it's strictly hip hop
singing R&B.
A little bit, yeah, but it's strictly hip hop and rap. I started back in high school. It was around 2012, 2013. My buddy of mine was writing lyrics, and then he got me into it with another buddy of ours, and one thing led to another. Formed a group, gained members, lost members, did shows, did big shows, did collabs with international artists. Like, it's just been nonstop working. I did a song with somebody from Canada. His name is Problematic. He had a song called Angels versus Demons that had over 6.6 million views on YouTube. And then we did a song together called All Mad. And that was actually like one of my best moments, besides opening up for Zero, opening up for Big X the Plug, Big Tony, Slim Thug, Amanda Pettis. Like, a lot of these different artists I opened up for. Kurt Banks is one of them. Fucking who else? Mo3 and Chucky Chill, rest in peace. When I opened up for them, like, I opened up for all these different names, and it was my passion. Like, look right here, like, you see music right here.
Wrong side microphone.
Same right here too. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right somewhere right here.
Hell yeah, I see it. That's just up. So, like, how did you get that first big opening? Because I know for like a lot of artists coming up, like, that's the hard thing. Like, you can have like the song, you can have like the video behind it, but like to actually get like that big stage for like a Zero, a Big X, like all those names you were mentioning, like, how did you get that? That not the ones after that, because I know like after that first one, the rest they'll start to trickle in, and then eventually they'll start coming nonstop. But like, how do you get that first one? Like, whose face did you put your face in front of and said, "Hey, let's do this"?
Yeah, and so about that, I'll explain how, like, my first ever show, believe it or not, was a talent show in high school. That was my first ever like performance as a group. And then for the first 2 years, we thought we're taking it serious when we're always working on music and everything. And we really didn't get far with it. We were just bullshitting at near the Bayfront, writing songs, trying to make beats, but didn't work, obviously. It wasn't until I think it was until 2017 or 18 when I finally decided to take it serious. And then my dad used to own a promotion called Q Entertainment, and he would bring down talent for shows. My big major show I did was Little Flip. He was one of the first ones I ever did. I'll open up for. And ever since then, it was me and two other people that wasn't part of the original crew. And then we all split off to do our own thing. They fell off bad, so I continued on going with it. And then I met my brother, E. Stackman. We decided to bring back Outsiders for Good. And then ever since then, it was nonstop shows. It was Slim Thug, then Big X, and Zero, Kurt Bangs, like all these different things. So that's virtually how I was able to do music. But after, like I said, 2022, I started to do wrestling more. So music started to fall to the cracks, which I still do on occasion. I still write. I still record. My studio is right here, so I can always record whatever I want. But the last song I ever did, like recording wise, is a unreleased remix of Houdini by Eminem. So that's the very last song I did. I haven't released it yet. I'm still debating on it. I did shoot some videos out in New Braunfels on vacation. I did shoot some videos for the music video, but I haven't finished it yet. So I just haven't had the time to actually sit down and work on it some more.
Oh yeah, and then I got just one more music question, then we'll change topics. So you mentioned your dad like owned a promotional company. Like,
Yeah.
what's that conversation like with your dad who's working with artists, and you come up to him as a kid like, Dad, I want to do music. Is he like, bet, let's do it, or is he like, son, you're not that good, you need to get better? Like, what's
So
that conversation?
ironically enough, he actually supported my music heavily, even when I was like at my worst. So, and to think about it, he started Q Entertainment after I got into music. So I was already doing it way before he even started that.
Okay,
so
so it was more like one of those, like, not trying to put words in his mouth, but it's more like, if I build this, it can be a vehicle for my son to accomplish what he wants to accomplish. In a
sort of,
sense.
yeah. Like, so if I can point the camera directly, this mic right here that I have that's doing everything, this was my very first mic ever. He's the one that got that for me. So he was the bridge that helped me get to where I need to be, like the studio, the programs, the mic, all of that. And eventually I got better. Eventually I got more shows, and he wanted me to be the opening act for Little Flip. So why not, right? Accept it.
Why not?
And then he slowed down a little bit for a while, and then I guess didn't do as much anymore because we had to build a new shop. So so eventually I started doing stuff on my own with my buddy Eric, and then we decided to get shows at in town. Thanks to a lady named Elida. She used to own the club called the Goat Nightclub out in Victoria, who would do shows. She was the one who would bring all these names down, and she would help us out, get us on these shows. And then I'm forever grateful that Elida from the Goat Nightclub was able to get us on, able to allow us to perform for these names and meet these names too, give us advice on how to get better. But I think the very last performance I did was I opened up for Kirko Banks at her new club. It's called The Vault, and it was a good little club, like a little hole in the wall. And Kirko was there, and we opened up for him. He was cool. Yeah, thanks to her, we were able to get our shows, and and to this day, like, she's been like, she does shows every once in a while, nothing too crazy, but I know when she has someone come down, she'll hit me up first.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So, what's the first conversation with parents of, hey, I want to try wrestling? Are you like already like house at this point? Are you still like under their rules, like when you decide like you want to try wrestling? Like, what's that conversation
So
like?
I wasn't under any of my parents' roofs when I started. So I was actually on vacation when this happened. I wanted to pursue it because so I will say this: someone in the industry, I won't put them under the bus because I'm not like that anymore, but they straight up said I can't wrestle at all. And this is before I even started all that. So back then I was like, all right, well, you tell me I can't do it. Well, fuck you. I'm gonna do it just to spite you. So I told my mom about it. At first she felt like it was better than me doing music, because
Really?
I think that's what I see it was not her, but I think someone else specifically in our family had said that, like, it was more safer, which in a sense,
I get it.
But okay, so you know how in music and shows how everyone doesn't behave, like they'll start bar fights, and like it'll just it'll ruin the whole thing, and gunfights happen. That's what their fear was, that I either cross the wrong person or I get crossed in the crossfire, like shit like that. So she feels that wrestling was sort of a little safer route, because people are a lot more behaved at wrestling events, because they know we're already up there, getting our shit kicked in. What's another person gonna do when we could take him on too, So, but like I said, it wasn't her specifically that said that. It was just someone in my family. But My mom did actually like it a lot more than me rapping. My dad first wasn't fond of it. He felt like if I got hurt, then obviously I'm done. Like I can't really do much. But eventually he started to grow the idea that your son is a wrestler. He went to the Loco show in Victoria. He loved it. He see me post videos online all the time doing these moves. I will say though, he did get pissed off when I got my face kicked in when I started bleeding. So yeah,
Recently or when you first started?
that was the recent one where I was at
The other day, right? Like
yeah,
like
when I was
2
at
weeks ago, right?
I was at SWA, I got my face kicked in, and he was not happy at all. Like he wanted to start shit, but I said, "No, don't worry about it. I mean, it's already over. Like it's all said and done. I'll get my lick back eventually." But that's at first he wasn't fond of it, but then it's like he gradually learned to accept it. Because the more I got training, the more I got better. It's like, okay, now he's starting to get it. Now he's getting training. Okay, so maybe I'll back off a little bit.
Take me through that first training session. Like, was it Bambi with wet socks on your first time in the ring, or was it like Nemo back in the pond?
No, say so. I will like explain this. So my first ever session wasn't with Lowrider or Miranda out in Houston. It was actually in San Antonio. Um, with a wrestler named Caius. Great dude. Great dude. But at the time, it looked like the pressures were starting to get to me, where like I felt like every little thing was, was trying to break me, but it was just like overexhaustion just got to my head. But I shouldn't. I mean, so back then I was stupid. I didn't know any better. So eventually, I grew out of that. I grew out of that funk, and I was in a bad place at that time too. I was in a bad headspace. After that, and I learned to detach myself from those situations. I eventually found my way to Houston. Chris Carter was the one who made a post, and I followed up to it, going to train with him over there in Houston. I love the feel of it. And then after that, Lowrider picked me up, and then I started going to Houston. I try to go twice a week. Lately, it's slowed down to one because of the travel. Because I'm here in Puerto Vaca, it's all the way in Houston. It's like 2.5-hour drive. So, and that's where a lot of people gave me respect for, because I drive 2+ hours to go train out in Houston and come back for work the next day. So that's sort of the respect I got for it. And then eventually I left Lowriders training to go to Miranda Alizé out in Houston. So eventually I got better over time, and then more bookings came along. And then, that's how, that's my first time up until now.
So, like, what was the first, like, your first character? Like, what was that first character work like?
Backyarder days or professional days?
I want like the first backyarder.
Okay,
like your first initial character. Like, did you think
So-
that this character is the shit, or I need to work on this?
So originally, the first ever gimmick was my rapper persona entering the wrestling world to pursue it, to see if we can do it better. But then a lot of people said, "Oh, you should do a rapper-based wrestler. You should do this. You should do that." And I'm like, honestly, no, I don't think I should do that. I need to do something different to make myself different. But then I had the multimedia title, and I made that part of my gimmick. And eventually, I started making defenses on it, and it became its own entity, its own title. So it was no longer a gimmick; it was actually a title I could defend. And then I made a version 1, which is that silver one back there. I have a version 2, which is the Gift of the Gods version. Everyone loves that. People take pictures of it all the time. They asked for that belt specifically, and I sold replicas of it. It's honestly it got me the space where I needed to be. And eventually I created the hated one gimmick. I did the Forsaken one. That was kind of a one shot, honestly. And then I did the Hated One version 2, and then I came up with the tank, CJ Renegade. So,
and you just led me right to where we were going. What, like the last time we were in the same area, it was the Hated One, the owner of the most dangerous move in all of professional wrestling, damn spear in the whole damn indies, the Hated One, CJ Renegade, and now it's everything I just said, the tank, CJ Renegade. What led to this? Did we have a little change of heart or something? Like, what's going on, brother? You need a shoulder to talk to?
So initially, my change happened after the SWA incident. I got my face kicked in, and that wasn't my best match or best experience because, like I said, I almost got my nose broken. But then a lot of people saw videos and pictures of it, of me still standing after that kick, and then I'm still bleeding and not much in pain, but it hurts. So, and people they loved it. They loved the fact that I was able to still stand and finish the match, even though my face got kicked in. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I can change this into something that shows that I'm a tank. Like I can take any hit without backing down.
You're gonna need special artillery to take you out.
Yeah, you probably need 3 or 4 people to fight me. You need weapons to fight me. Like just you alone isn't enough. I don't care how big or how bad you are, how fast you are. I'm still gonna be standing no matter how much damage you do on me. I'm gonna still stand. That's where the tank came in.
Heard that. I love it. Now I got a new name to say on commentary. Is this the kick right here? Kick right here.
No. Pause that. So that's not the incident. The incident that's for local. I'll get that in a second. But the SWA event happened in San Antonio while I was on vacation too, of all things. I don't think they released the footage yet. I still ask if they are going to drop it. They never said when, but I mean, they said they're going to drop it. So I'm still waiting on it to this day.
And would you say that's one of the stiffest shots you've ever taken?
I would say so, yes, because I actually drew blood. So that's one of them. The second one, where I got kicked in the head at Coliseo, that nearly knocked my lights out a little bit. I would say that's probably the stiffest shot I took. And obviously, I'm still standing, no concussion, just cut and a small bruise. That's really it.
Jeez. Okay, so what's the roughest landing you've had to take? Like a slam, a superplex,
honestly,
suicide dive.
Wait, so what's the worst I took?
What's the worst landing that you've had to have?
Worst landing.
Whether it be you, whether it be you taking a move or you giving a move.
I wouldn't. Okay, so like I said, I can handle any type of damage. So, I wouldn't say it's like the stiffest or worst, but I will say the superplex I took from Devontae. Well, I definitely felt that one. And what's funny is I took a superplex, I think almost 2 weeks before that with Marcus and Gavin, and even then I felt bad. But that one with Devontae, I definitely felt that one. It was a good one too. Don't get me wrong, but it's just you're leaping. You're leaping from the top rope under the mat. How do you not feel that?
Bro, breaking kayfabe. I was in the ring when that shit went down. You're talking about the one in Kingsville, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, y'all, like, I was looking up. I was like, no, the fuck they're not. Yes, the fuck they are. Bro, I look up. All I see is Devontae go, up you go. Bro, my feet came that far off the mat, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's how crazy it was.
What y'all got queued up in the truck? Y'all are so excited to show this video. What we got queued up?
Oh, yeah.
Tune into our next show, everybody.
Champ.
Stick around, wrestling fans, buy some merch, get something to eat. The wrestlers are going to be out for autographs. Did everybody have a good time? Once again, did everybody have a good time? Just like Stone Cold said at the count of three, give me a hell yeah. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much, Victoria. Stick around, give yourself some selfies, autographs. We got all the wrestlers coming out for autographs. Thank you so much. Hey guys.
Explain that moment. What's going on in that moment?
So I got speared by Cobra with my own move, which is crazy, through a table.
That was just a spear.
Yeah.
Best damn spear in the whole damn.
Yeah, it wasn't my spear.
It
wasn't my spear, so thank God it wasn't. So after that, I was just obviously hurting because he speared the hell out of me, and then I didn't expect Legic to come out like that. I know they were calling for him, but I mean, I didn't think he would waste his time with me, you know. And I'm just a local guy, like, right? But then he came out and he scared off Cobra and Zeke, and he helped me back up. And you know, what can I say? I was surprised. I was, and then we shook hands, and I was just I was stunned because, you know, he was the original hometown hero, and then now like I'm like the next one up. So
kind of that passing the torch moment.
I would say so, because I know he's doing great things for himself. He's going to Row. And this is from me as like the worker and as a friend. I really believe Legic is going to do great things in this industry, regardless of like what people think of him. Like, he's going to do great things. Because think about it. I remember seeing him the first time doing a show out in Corpus. It wasn't GCWA. It wasn't just a regular dark match, right? And now I'm seeing him on Row with the best in the business. So obviously anything can happen. So
Absolutely.
I believe in my heart that Legic will make it far in this business. Whether it's by WWE, whether it's by AEW, ROH, or AAA, anywhere, I believe he will get far. That if you think my hard work is crazy, look at his. Like, he has done amazing things for himself. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And the cool thing that you realize is, like, once you actually once you're involved in the business, like, you don't get this perspective unless you're in it. Like, you don't realize how small the business is. It's like, if you like work hard enough and you do, like, if you can cut a promo, if you got quality ring work, like, the bigger promotions, they're gonna come looking, they're gonna come calling. You know what I mean? Like, you just made your AAA debut. I think is it Gavin's about to make his AAA debut in a couple of weeks?
Wait, what?
I think either Marcus or Gavin are about to make theirs. It was in the group chat.
Well, Gavin made his yesterday too. So
Gavin made his. Gavin made his debut. You just made yours. You know what I mean? TKL superstars or wrestlers are making their way to a AAA roster, which means if AAA's eyes are on us, like, that means whoever's involved with WWE that's watching the AAA roster might accidentally see a CJ Renegade, might accidentally see a Gavin Young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because their scouts are clearly going to be at AAA shows now, since AAA is under the WWE umbrella. So, like a professional wrestler like yourself, like, what is like I feel like it's an opportunity like a lot of people don't see, but a lot of people do see. Like, or am I tripping?
I mean, the way I see it, if an opportunity is knocking, just take it. It doesn't matter how it was earned. It doesn't matter how, like, who you talk to. If there's an opportunity, for you to make it on a bigger platform where it can potentially have more eyes on you, then I would just take it, regardless of what person A or person B says. If they'll think it's good or not, fuck them. You do what you do. Like, I believe that opportunities are there for a reason. So if it's right there, go for it. Like, fuck what they think. If they think it's a bad idea, they think it's not good for you, screw it. Do what you want to do. Because I've been into those places where I told them I was going to do this, and I said, "Oh, it's a bad idea. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good for you, and it's going to tear you down." And I had to, unfortunately, like, not do it because I felt like I was, not listening. But now I'm at that point where I'm gonna do me. If you don't like it, I don't care. They're here for me. They're not here for you. Because at the end of the day, I'm CJ Renegade. I'm the guy that's going out there, putting my body on the line, getting these eyes on this company. So I'm going to do what makes me happy. I'm going to do what makes them happy, regardless of how you feel, regardless of how anybody feels. If you're not making me money, if you're not helping me get to where I need to be, if you're not giving me good advice, if you're criticizing me, if you're talking shit about me, if you're not like putting your faith in me, then why are you talking? Because I want to be up there where Logic is, where Chris Carter is, where everybody that I looked up to, I want to be where they're at and not be stuck in the bottom or be in the back. Because I'd rather be in the ring, pouring my heart and soul into that ring. Regardless if I win or lose, my mark is going to be on that ring. CJ Renegade was in that ring at AAA in front of those people. So regardless of what anyone says about me, I'm here to put my heart and soul into this business now. Back then, I didn't care. Back then, I was just, I'm going to do this for fun. No. Now, I'm serious about this craft. If you're not here to help me, if you're not here to get me where I need to be, if you're not going to do any of this stuff for me, then why should I help you? Why should I help you if you're not going to help me? You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I agree with that 1,000%, man. And I think a lot of the times what happens is people who are pursuing something great, especially, they ask for opinions from people who have set limitations on their own selves and their own lives. And then when people ask, "Hey, bro, do you think it's a good idea?" they put their own limitations what the person is asking. You know what I mean? Like, so you ask somebody, "Hey, bro, I think I'm gonna do this for a finishing move," right? And they've never wrestled or been involved in a wrestling match. They are probably gonna put their own limitations, like, I can't do a backflip or I can't do a front flip, so you shouldn't do a swanton, CJ. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not very fast, so you shouldn't do a spear. You know what I mean? Like a lot of those situations. But I think that, like you said, if an opportunity is coming, bro, you have to take it because
what in the hell are y'all doing on my channel?
having a great conversation.
What are y'all boys talking about right now?
Opportunity, CJ making his AAA debut, all that fun stuff.
Y'all go ahead and continue.
All right,
Yeah, but
you were saying, look.
A lot of times, like, people place their own limitations and experiences on other people when they ask them questions for advice. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you should ask someone who has a bad relationship with their dad, "Hey, bro, any fatherly advice to give me for raising my son?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if that person also doesn't have kids. I mean, they're just going to give you whatever receipts they have from their experience with their dad, whatever experience they have with, like, if they have a bad baby mama and they have a bad relationship with their kid, don't ask them for fatherly advice. You know what I mean? And like, it's all about self experience, in my opinion.
That's how I feel about with people who had bad wrestling experiences. Like, they would tell me shit that they, because of their bad experience, they feel they can throw it on me, bruh.
Yep.
That hasn't happened to me, so I don't know why you're placing that your past trauma on me. So, like I said, if you're not gonna help me, if you're not gonna give me the opportunities that I need where I gotta be, then why should I help you? You know?
Facts.
All right.
What you doing today, Grim? What you got going on?
Got a lot of stuff going on. Speaking of careers, let's just say whenever we release this next Combat Zone episode, it's gonna be all CJ matches, unfortunately. Um, we don't have anybody else putting in the work like my champ here. So it'll be all his matches all on one episode. I will say this, I'm gonna go back to what CJ was talking about at the Victoria show. Um, he had a lot of doubters there watching him in his hometown.
A lot.
And when I say doubters, I mean the loco crowd, because a lot of them didn't like CJ. But I think after his showing there at this last show, he gained a lot of respect. And I'm not just saying that because he's part of my squad. I'm saying that because it was pretty obvious. With that being said, CJ is no longer a heel. He is actually a face now, believe it or not. Um, and speaking of that, me and you, CJ, we gonna have to talk about something. Speaking of that, because
Okay.
I don't know, I don't know if you're needed with me anymore. We'll just say that. Either way, AAA debut. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't go, but I'm gonna tell you this one time, Mr. Figueroa, the man who promotes AAA, the fact that you rushed all of the APW matches to give your guys 2 hours for 3 matches, that's pretty bad. Because guess what? These guys are still learning. These guys aren't your guys to where you can get all your shit in what 8 minutes. So you're gonna sit here and tell me the match CJ was in, a 6-man tag, by the way. You give them 5 minutes to get a whole match planned out in a 6-man tag. Tell me exactly where that makes any sense. On top of that, whoever wrote the match, terrible. And I'm not talking about on CJ's end. I'm not even talking about on Rebel Kid's end. I'm talking about the man who actually wrote the match. It made absolutely no sense. I am not going to feature that on our channel. Unfortunately, it was really bad. It was extremely rushed. You can tell it was rushed. And I'm not disappointed in you, CJ. I'm not disappointed in any of the talent. I'm disappointed in the producers. That's who I'm disappointed in. Because to me, I feel like TKL has gone on the uprise because of our quality of stuff.
I
Everything is
agree.
good. Everything is connected. Everything makes sense for everyone's character. And that's, to me, is how we've gotten our following. So with that being said, whoever wrote the match, whoever decided to cut everyone, not just their match short, everyone's match short to give them 2 hours for 3 matches, kind of ridiculous, honestly. Um, you're telling me you're going to sit here and rush 5 matches in an hour? Which, I mean, it can be done, but I don't know. It just, the whole thing was a clusterfuck. Let's just say that. Um, I'm not
That's
saying
like
we,
90 minutes a match.
huh?
That's like 90 minutes a match for 3 matches.
Yeah, it made no sense. It made no sense. Um, it makes it makes our guys look bad. It makes APW's guys look bad. It looks rushed. I'm not talking shit about anyone in APW as much as I hate them right now. I'm not talking shit about any of my guys who were there. I'm talking shit to the writers. I'm talking shit to the producers. You guys are in AAA, and that's what y'all produce. I can easily take your job. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. I can easily take your job and make it way better. And look at what I'm doing with my guys. Imagine what I can do with your guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Either way, I am proud for my boy CJ doing what he does. I'm proud of Gavin. I'm proud of everyone in APW who was there. That's a huge step for all of them. We'll get to APW in a little bit. I will say this: I will make sure CJ gets on another card, and I will make sure I write the match to make it make sense because I watched it this morning and I was extremely disappointed, and it wasn't even on wrestlers. That's the worst part. So, like I said, not throwing shots at anybody. I'm definitely not throwing shots at APW. I'm not even throwing shots at our guys. I'm straight up whoever controlled that show, the producer, that dude got to either go or he got to straighten the fuck out. One of the two. And he probably don't know what I'm saying because that boy was probably all Spanish, whoever it was. But either way, I will let y'all know that CJ's booking fee has now officially gone up in price after his debut yesterday. So it will no longer be his regular price.
10
And,
bands. Easy.
huh?
10 bands.
No, that was before.
Oh, my fault. 20 bands.
Nah. 150 bands.
With the private jet
All right.
And hotel covered.
and a buffet of my choosing.
Can I get unlimited chicken wings, please?
You're not going.
He needs his commentator.
You're just a commentator.
No one is going to do CJ's moves and skill set justice besides me.
I mean, I get that, but sometimes when you say best damn spear in the whole damn Indies, I'm having to sit here and edit it in because I don't know what's going on with your mic.
Hey, it's gonna get done.
Hey, you know, with that being said, y'all, if y'all donate to the TKO Cash App right there, I can get this man a new fucking mic because that's what he fucking needs. And a new laptop because his laptop's like from fucking Jurassic Park in the 1970s. Jesus Christ.
1990s.
Yeah, no, it was before that. It was when dinosaurs still existed.
You're talking about that. I thought you were talking about the movie. I'm sorry.
But either way, like I said, let's get into something a little bit different. And that is Night of Champions.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We had 6 matches today. So
Okay, so you have to recap. You have to recap on the first 2 because I didn't watch those yet.
Okay, so this is the thing. We usually make picks. Y'all been slacking lately, so I'm gonna just go ahead and take the dub on this one. So first match was Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Mr. Host, I need you to wake up, sir.
I'm awake. I was looking at my foot.
Sure. That's exactly what you're doing.
I am.
I don't pay you to be lazy, sir.
You don't pay me at all.
Yes, I do. Go check your mailbox right now.
I don't have one. I'm living on the streets.
Yeah, okay. Anyways.
What part is the big old green screen behind it?
That's what I'm saying. Take that green screen off.
You never
take that green screen off. But either way.
I can't
live in the streets.
But anyways.
It says let him around.
First match was Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Cody Rhodes took the dub.
That one I was surprised about.
I don't agree with the decision.
I'm so tired of Cody Rhodes.
I don't think that Cody Rhodes needed the win. It made no sense, but I get why they did.
I think they put him in a hole to where he couldn't have another loss in a major moment.
How many? He hasn't had many of those except for Roman Reigns.
He cannot have
and
a loss
Cena
to
and
John
Cena.
And Cena, okay, but
you can't lose to Cena and then Orton in a big moment.
Yeah, you can. Those are 2 legends.
You're gonna eventually turn Cody heel. It doesn't make sense.
Well, here's what I was.
If you watch the match, it looks like Orton's going heel.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I thought originally. Like because Cody was like, if you see Cody, he was talking to what was the guy? It was damn, I forgot his name. When he was doing an interview it was after the match.
Oh, I don't know.
But he was talking about like
Byron Saxton.
Saxton, there you go. He was talking to him. You notice how his back was turned towards Orton? I initially thought Randy was gonna run back in and do something.
Yeah, I feel
'Cause-
like they're saving that for SmackDown though.
Yeah, that's true. That's my initial thought was if
You know,
Orton,
Triple H is all about a 30-minute opening segment, so you know.
my initial thought was
That's
like
true.
if Orton wins, then Cody turns. If Cody wins, then Randy turns. That's what I initially thought.
And nobody turned, so it was whack. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. All right, but let's go and talk about the second match, which was Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley in a street fight.
She
The
didn't need that
match
When
win.
the match started.
the match itself was actually not bad. I felt like it could have gone on longer though.
She didn't need that win though.
But Rhea really didn't need the dub on this one. I felt like this was the perfect chance to finally show that Raquel can win on her own, and they fumbled.
Yeah.
They don't like her. She is of minority essence. The most she will ever win is a tag belt.
Okay, but look, this is my thing. They did the same thing with
Melanin
Shayna. They
or
let
a
her still
last
have
name
her.
that's Hispanic,
They
you're not
still let
working a
her
world
have her
champ.
moment with Ronda. Did they not?
Wait, who again?
I said they could have done what they did with Shayna when she beat Ronda, and they finally let her have her moment at SummerSlam.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she
You're
did.
all
They could have just done the same thing here. Just hey, okay, you beat
They're
Rhea.
not
Okay,
gonna
cool.
give Raquel Rodriguez a win over Rhea Ripley. It's not gonna happen.
They already have a win. She already has a win over her.
At a major PLE.
Yeah. NXT Takeover.
That's not a major. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
that's
WWE.
literally a
Nobody,
major event.
that's like saying,
NXT.
no, bro.
Do you
That's like
know
us
that
making it to
WWE?
the NBA and you
Do
talking
you
about college, bro.
do you not
Nobody
know?
care about college.
Do you not know that they consider NXT
College?
a
This man
major?
said it. No,
Look,
no.
Yeah,
Don't
so
even get Sammy.
you are out
I
of the
will
loop.
agree with it on this one. NXT is no longer a developmental league anymore. Now it's an
not
action.
because
It's a
they have
brand now.
evolved. They have
And
evolved. They
LFG
have
and
LFG, and they have the other one. There's 3
Nobody,
shows that are.
ain't nobody gonna sit here and okay. I'll give it to like recently. Yes, I will give you NXT. Don't nobody care about what Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Shayna Baszler. None of them did it in NXT. No, okay. I give you everybody after that is their own brand. After cool. I give you that. But don't nobody care about no Shayna Baszler.
Hey, all I know is I still believe. Damn it,
We didn't even care about Rhea in NXT. Most people didn't care about Rhea until she
believe.
won the women's championship.
Either way, like I said, that is no longer considered a developmental brand. So
it really
that
isn't.
win, they do consider it a win. Not
But
me, WWE.
but
WWE stats consider that a win.
but
So
Rhea didn't need that win against Raquel.
no, she
Like,
didn't. She really didn't.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so third match.
I don't know.
Third match we had. This is the one I was actually looking forward to because he's my boy. We had, well, actually both of them are my boys. We had Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross's first PLE match since 2022 when he was feuding with Drew McIntyre. And I will know, I knew he wasn't gonna win, but damn, did that boy look good today? He looked
did.
good as
He
he
stole the show. He had my favorite performance of the night.
easily, by far, not even close.
My favorite performance.
But you know good and well Sammy wasn't gonna lose in front of that crowd.
So what was the story with him in Saudi Arabia the first couple of times and why he couldn't go?
He was banned.
I think for what was it again?
Why?
Huh?
It was for like his it's not a religion, but it was for something
I forgot
else.
exactly what it was for. But there was something like in his personal life why he couldn't go.
Is it because he got was he I think it's because of his religion, I think. Something like that, all those lines. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Either way, same thing with Punk, but we'll get to that in the main event.
But I will say, like, they were really feeling him tonight or not tonight, but over there at Saudi, they were really popping for Sammy.
Bro, that crowd was lit. That crowd was lit all night.
Well, you know why? You know why they're lit? You know why they're lit? They knew they were gonna die because they're right by the war zone. Oh, did I say that out loud? My bad, guy.
Whoops.
War going on. That shit has stopped, my guy.
Hey, Grim never stops.
But I'm
Grim
just saying,
never
like, we do not give these international crowds enough respect because
Bro, they are all lit.
Every time they do a PLE and an international like crowd, they just go nuts. France, for example, was one of them. When Jake came out with his entrance, everybody in that building was going nuts for him.
Same
Like-
thing with AJ Styles.
Oh yeah, like we do not give these international crowds enough respect because they make
That's what I say every time, man.
they make
Like that, my
they make these events pop more. Even if it's just like a regular Raw, SmackDown, or PLE,
mhm.
they make every event a PLE event.
All right, so that was that match. Sammy goes over. Made sense.
Oh, you think so?
The story, yes, it made sense. The story made sense. The story connects. Because y'all have to realize Karrion is at a point of his career where he's so over with us fans. It really doesn't matter if he wins or loses right now. He's like top 3 in merch sales right now. All that. Let's go on to match number 4, which was the shocker of the night. We had Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu
That
for the
one
United
had
States Championship.
that
Now,
one
where
had
the
a,
hell did the host go? He can't just be leaving. He's leaving his own show
he's
earlier.
he's probably getting his brother.
Last episode, he had me close it out. What kind of shit is that?
He's
I
probably
didn't
getting
know
his
this was in the Reaper's Corner with Jay Grimm. I thought it was in the
he's probably getting his brother again.
fucking shit, Fluke.
Fluke, you always get your brother in trouble, bro. This is why you annoyed the hell out of me that last time.
Hold on. But now he's not even here. So I don't know what's going on.
Great.
Hold on. He might be transferring. Someone hit up Fluke. Hold on. Let's see. Let's talk about match 4. I'll let you give your thoughts on it. Jacob Fatu finally takes a pinfall loss. And the first one to his own cousin. It honestly did. Shocker. There he is.
There he
Yo,
is.
where the fuck you go?
Did your brother get in trouble again?
Hold
Now
on.
the wife called. I had to answer the phone.
Oh,
D&D, sir.
Yeah, no.
yeah, no.
Well, your phone's giving us feedback, so you might have to close out and come back in again.
Hold up.
You're grounded.
Having some technical difficulties here in the first
Again.
hour of In the Corner. We still got 6 hours left. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. So, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay, so we just started talking about the 4th match of Night of Champions, which was, in my opinion, the match that stole the show, which was Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu. We had a huge debut. We had a title change.
A
We
return.
just talked about how Jacob Fatu just took his first pinfall loss, and of course it was to his own cousin, Solo Sikoa. And
who
how
was that tall
perfectly
motherfucker?
does that connect?
Who's that tall dude, bro?
Hikuleu is Tamatonga's brother.
Yeah, they gonna have to give him a
I can barely hear
WWE
you, sir.
name. I can't say that. Hold up.
Which brother is he again?
He is Tamatonga and Tongaloa's brother.
Younger or older?
I have no idea. I think he's younger.
He looked younger, yeah, a lot
Yeah, I
younger
think
than
he's
the
their
other ones.
younger brother.
I low key thought fucking it was Tamatonga, right? The one that came back, or was it Loa?
Tongaloa.
That was Loa.
I thought I'm not gonna lie, that was Tonga that came back. What the hell? Like what the he grew out his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro. So here, dig this. I have a theory. I think that Tamatonga is gonna come back on the side of Jacob Fatu.
Of course he is.
I think he's gonna come back with Jacob Fatu.
You think so?
I think
And
so.
then that's going to leave JC Mateo, who's not even in the bloodline, at a very weird part of the story. So he would be able to like leave if he wants, I think.
But here's the
Either
thing,
that-
though. Like, let me ask, though, why would you think he would side with Jacob, though?
Because when Solo disappeared for that extended period of time when he lost to Ulafala, it was Jacob and Tonga Tonga that ran roughshod over the entire SmackDown roster, which put Jacob in position to win the United States Championship in the first place. It was those two that put Jacob in a position to win. Yeah, Solo brought him on or whatever, but Jacob and Tonga are like this. And then when Tonga's gone, Solo replaced his right hand man with another motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
That's not even family.
That's not even family. You know what I'm saying? So now when I come back, not only did you replace me with a stranger, you turn on our boy? Come on, dog.
Okay.
And then not to mention, he don't like his own brother Tongaloa because he be looking at him every time he bites like nigga.
How was it?
I see that, yeah.
How'd they say it? Man, I really wanted you to say it again. Sorry. But anyway, so
I don't
let's
dance when you say dance.
Yeah, you do.
I don't dance when nobody
That's
say
why you
dance.
don't get paid.
That's okay.
Anyways,
okay.
I have like 5 paychecks right next to me of your name on it, but you never listen, so I don't pay you.
Can I have
What'd
one
you
of them?
say?
Yeah, you can have one, CJ. You can have one.
It's 35 cents, bruh.
No, it's 36 cents.
It's 36 richer than you.
And 36 cents times 5, that's at least 250.
That's
$2.50.
$1.25.
Nah,
Nah.
I'm just kidding. Yo, math ain't mathing.
The math isn't mathing.
He has that politician math, you know.
Oh,
Anyways.
jeez.
If I did politician math, I'd be rich and all of y'all be broke.
No, I'd be the rich one. I'd be Trump in this situation right now.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God.
Because you know why? Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all doing. Anyways. So let's go on to match 5. We had the Queen of the Ring finals, Asuka versus Jade Cargill.
I'm gonna be.
Did Naomi
Jade
come in?
Cargill getting the dub on that one. Y'all's thoughts?
Hey.
Honestly, like, okay, I don't know if it's because of the camera angle, but it looked like Asuka's, like, when she was getting it pinned, it looked like her shoulder came up. So I don't know if that was, like, intentional or not.
It's going to be a storyline.
Because you notice how...
You know why I think that they did that on purpose? Because last year, Gunther and Randy had the same ending.
They did.
So you think it's going to be a
Triple H do like to recycle finishes, bro. Like, I knew that Sami Zayn carrying cross finish was coming from a mile away, bro. I knew as soon as he put Sami in the corner and he hit him with that first elbow, I was like, Sami's about to run out and hit him with a Kalua kick.
Yeah, they made that a little too obvious. Good story, though. That was good storytelling, though.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I noticed whenever she did the pin, I'm like, wait a minute. I saw this before.
I'll let Jade pin me like that.
You would.
Damn right. Anyway, so are y'all mad about that result? Do you think Jade deserved it? Do you think Asuka deserved more?
If I'll be real, bro, I didn't even care for the Queen of the Ring. This one was like a completely weird one.
Like, bro, when you said Asuka was in it, I was like, okay, who did she lose to? Sorry, like it had no interest outside of Jade Cargill.
That's really it. I mean, did we really ask for Asuka to come back? I mean,
I wasn't ready for.
Was there really a fan demand for Asuka to come back? What?
Me, nigga.
All you care about is Jade. I want to hear from you.
No. I care about Chelsea. I care about Zelina. I care about a lot of them. I'm waiting for my girl Bianca to make a return.
Outside of Chelsea, Zelina, Asuka can go back to where she came from. Who else you said?
How dare you say Chelsea? Chelsea has been holding down the women's division.
I literally said outside of Chelsea.
Oh, I didn't hear that part because we need a new mic.
I got you on the AirPods. We good.
That's no wonder you sound terrible. You got the worst brand in your ear on.
Okay, I'd rather sound terrible than look terrible.
But either way, I didn't really care.
Great. You see this beard? Shit.
I didn't really
It
care
looks like
for
a
this.
bunch of peaches having a fist fight on your face.
Hey, best brand right here. Best brand.
Anyway, what were you saying, champ?
I was just saying, like, this match to me, it wasn't that interesting. Like, I didn't care for like the entirety of the match. I'm like, okay. It wasn't until the ending when I saw how how Jade pinned Asuka, how her, like, you know how she normally does it, and then all of a sudden I see her like she almost came up. So like she was right here, and then all I see is this. That's why I was looking. Wait, was that
I think
intentional?
that's why. I think it did end early by accident. I think that's why they did the whole Naomi coming out.
Yeah.
Because it did look weird. The finish did look a little weird. I think Asuka did kick out, but the ref already had called it. So they were like, well, fuck.
Yeah, that's something was off about that
It
match.
sounds like the Triple A show all over again. God damn it.
Oh Lord.
Anyways, then we'll get to the main event. We got
Oh, before that, like, so I got a question. So Naomi has briefcase, right?
Yes.
She just secured, outside of winning one of her championships, one of the biggest wins of her career. Why is she still pestering Jade?
That's how she is. That's how. Well, her character overall is unstable.
Okay.
I
Don't
mean,
bother a champion.
I don't know. I guess to me, it's just her.
Like, you get what I'm
No,
saying?
I
Though?
think
Like, I get
that's the
that her
thing with
character's
Triple H, though. He's hinting that Jade is going to beat Tiffany at SummerSlam. That's what he's hinting at.
I mean, that does look like it, though. If Jade were to beat Tiffany for the title, then Jade has the title all hurt and shit. Then here comes Naomi with a briefcase. Boom. Then, there you go.
That makes sense. All right.
But either way, then we get to the main event, and it's very hyped up match. Two of the all-time greatest. I'm going to say this. They had a stat on there that actually is not true. They said Punk and Cena are 6-6 against each other.
That's not even close.
You know, Punk's only lost to him once before today.
I didn't think that they were 6-6.
They're not 6-6.
No, they're not. It's
Cena always used to put him over.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for title matches, right?
Because I know for a fact that Cena won it. He won the last time they faced in Chicago. He won to win. Did he beat him and win that championship at first?
No. He only has 2 losses. CM Punk only has 2 losses to Cena. One today, and then he lost to him on the Raw 1000 episode. That was it.
Is that the one where Cena cashed in his briefcase and Big Show interfered?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one.
Oh, you know what? No, he retained. CM Punk was a champion.
Yeah, because that's when Cena had.
No. They fought again a couple of weeks later, and Cena won, and that was his only win against him before that. So that stat.
Now, is this from memory or a source?
It's memory.
That's memory.
Yeah, and source too, because John Cena won the briefcase, right? And then he cashed it in on Punk as an actual, like, I want to cash in on you right now.
On Raw 1000.
Yeah.
So who did John Cena? Oh, that was Brock Lesnar. He used the Money in the Bank to actually say, "I'm going to cash in on a PLE," right?
No, that was CM Punk.
CM Punk.
That was CM Punk. I only know because
John Cena's won
that
Money
rivalry. That rivalry held down my childhood. I remember that very well.
So I remember seeing John Cena and CM Punk both in Corpus a few times. That shit used to be lit.
Cena only has 2 actual victories. One today and then the other one.
I don't know where they're getting that 6-6.
Yeah, 6-6 is not right. Either way, it was a good match. A little slow, but you have to realize these are 2 grandpas going at it for the championship. So,
bruh, I can hear the shit.
I can see CM Punk heavy breathing.
So was Cena though.
Did you see when the second time they were going for like CM Punk's signature like whirly whatever?
Oh yeah, the tour. Yeah, that one was
the first one was slow, right? But that second one, when John Cena's lower back started to tighten up throughout the match, he said, "Oh, shit, yeah, okay, here I come."
No, hey, what was it? What move? I think he did the that little neck breaker he does, right? You know how he twists
Yeah,
you
the way
around,
turn
does it?
around and then
So he did it, right? And Cena had already twisted around for him. That shit was hilarious. I was just like,
That was the second one.
Cena, what the fuck, man?
don't blame him. He's already old already. Don't blame him.
Yeah,
He
they're
turned
both old,
around, he
man.
was like, my head's down here. Put your arm over it, big fella. Come
Yeah,
on,
he was
come
just like,
on.
hey, go ahead.
Now
He's like,
take
hey,
it to
go
the
ahead,
ground.
bro. Go ahead and hit it, bro. You're good. I already did the twist. But anyways, that match was good for what it was. Um, great rivalry. One of the best rivalries ever.
Otra vez, luck.
Where did he go now?
Oh Lord.
Jesus Christ, where did this guy go?
Fluke messing with this thing again.
Fluke, you're supposed to be grounded with AJ. Why do you keep interrupting this broadcast?
Exactly.
Either way, it was a good match for what it was.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Night of Champions was better than I expected. The little cash in at the end was a nice little twist. Um,
There
I like
he
how they
is.
I like how they used the cash in to further tell what's actually I think is gonna happen.
And what do you
So
think's gonna happen?
this is my theory. I don't think Cody's beating Cena
No,
at
absolutely not.
SummerSlam. You know who I think's beating Cena? They hinted at it big time today.
With
Punk's gonna
the
beat Cena, and then Seth's gonna cash in on Punk. That was a huge hint today. You know, notice how Seth never targeted Cena. He was only going after Punk. hmm Triple H does that shit for a reason. Same thing when Tiffany had the briefcase. She was only, remember, she would do all these mess ups, and then eventually she started looking at Nia and hinting. This is a hint of where they're going with that story.
I agree.
I respect it. I was
I
watching this
don't
with my
think
buddy the other day.
Cody
I
doesn't
don't.
need. That's the thing, though. Cody doesn't need the title again. We already saw that boring ass reign he had. We don't need another one.
That's because when I remember I was watching WrestleMania at Nico's crib whenever he won it,
Turn
right?
it up, sir.
And I told him, I go, bro, this title reign is gonna be terrible. He's gonna carry the title like this, and we're all gonna hate it. And sure as shit, his first night on SmackDown, lame shit out of here, bro. Like, if you can't carry the title in a way that not even do anything, I'm just talking about like just simply walk with the title, right? When CJ carries his championship, he has a swagger and a charisma behind it. You know what I mean? When Jacob Fatu rocks his championship belt, it has a swagger and a charisma behind it. You know what I mean? When Cody had that championship,
Nah, I
bro,
mean,
he looked lame as fuck with it.
He holds it
Jay,
like
even
this, bro. Like
yeah, exactly. Even Jay, who can't cut a promo and has 7 moves of doom, when he walked to the ring as a
not
champion,
even.
like you go, damn, bro,
He
that
had
nigga got
aura.
aura.
That's what saved him. He had the aura. That's
Who,
it.
Jay?
Yes.
Exactly. Cody had way more aura without that title. Cody
hmm
is the
He's the chaser, not the.
exactly,
He's the chaser, not the. What do they call it?
exactly.
Not the. I can't think of the
He's
word,
the
but you know where
he's
I'm
the
going.
hunter, not the hunted.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
That's what he is, bro. Like, because like it's something about when Cody it's like when John Cena back in the day would have the championship. That's why John Cena has so many title reigns, because he would win it, then he would. But it's no fun when Edge or Triple H or Randy Orton are chasing John Cena. It's way more entertaining when John Cena would be chasing Edge or Triple H
He's
or
the
Randy
modern day
Orton.
Cena. That's
He
what
is the
he is.
modern day Cena, exactly. Now, will he get 17 titles?
Nah.
So again, like Roman needs extended title reigns, right? That's Roman's thing now.
It makes
When you
sense for his character.
exactly when you give Roman a title, whether it's the IC belt, the US belt, or either one of the world championships, right? You know, if you are in that division, you're not touching that belt for at least a year. You know what I mean? If you're in Cody's division, though, and Cody has the belt, you might get a shot in 3 months. You might get a shot in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? You never know when a guy like Cody's going to drop the belt because he doesn't need a championship to be over. Not saying that Roman needs a championship to be over, but Roman's his last name is literally Reigns. You can't have a title reign if you don't reigns. You know.
Well, either way, like I said, that show was better than even I expected. Triple H cooked on a couple of those matches. I'll give him credit where credit's due. It was better than that fucking Money in the Bank bullshit. So Night of Champions, go ahead and give it your rating, boys. I'll go first. I'll go first. Out of a 10, I'll give it a 7.5.
I think for me, I think mine would be like at least a 6.8.
I'm about the same. I was probably saying I got 7. The one thing that's weird to me, right? It's called Night of Champions. Okay, right. Night of Champions. I could be mistaken, but a couple of years ago they had a PLE King and Queen of the Ring, right?
No, it was okay. So I know what you're getting with this. So Night of Champions had all of the champions in one night.
Yes.
They had the main card titles, mid card, the tag teams, the like lower mid card titles. Every single title was on the line.
Championship was on the line, which made it Night of Champions.
Which titles tonight were on the line? It was the WWE and the US.
WWE and the US title. That's it.
I can tell you why they stopped doing that. Which I'd like to know why.
Go ahead.
The dramatic pause was waiting.
So, yes, you're right. Night of Champions used to be where all the champions. He used to call it Night of Champions Gold Rush, if I'm not mistaken. That's when all the titles were on the line. Thing is, they have too many. First of all, second of all, there was never a time where someone went over and lost the championship ever.
Bro, they have 6 championships. That's 6 matches. They have 2 mains. They have the 2 mids and the 2 tags. That's all you really need. I mean,
you
also have to understand that they're in Saudi Arabia too, so a lot of the options are limited.
That's the other thing. They were in Arabia, and this is the thing. They've already admitted this. WWE and TKO both admitted this. Whatever matches they want to see, since they're paying them so much money, they're gonna get.
Yeah, so that's sort of.
This is my thing. I think they need to stop having Night of Champions and replace with something else. The only reason why I say that is because, like I said, there's never been a show of Night of Champions where one of the champions lost their title. It was way too predictable. Everybody knew they were going to retain somehow. It would be like interference or something like that. So that's why they stopped doing that.
Well,
but that's my thing. Maybe they need to bring back
PLE. Like, just make it
name it Vengeance Day or something like that.
They can't do Vengeance. Vengeance is in NXT now.
Yeah, they can take it off there though.
No, they can't.
I mean, think about it. Because look, they took War Games off NXT and put it on the main card.
On Survivor Series, yeah.
So they can do the same thing with that, and they can give them something else. Give them Night of Champions. They have a lot of championships over there. They have the North American, the NXT, the
TNA,
NXT North American Women,
the TNA,
the TNA. Exactly. You got the Tag Champion. You got that Heritage Cup one. They got 7. Look, that's a whole PLE. Give it to them. Give it to NXT.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying though, man. Like Night of Champions used to be all champions. Now in this one, they had 2 of the King and Queen of the Ring. They had 2 regular or a street fight, a regular match. They had the US title and the WWE title on the line.
Yeah, look.
So, hear me out. Just hear me out. You have you don't even gotta put the titles on the line. Just regular matches, right? The title ain't gotta be on the line, right?
Champion versus champion.
No, not even champion versus champion. You can have your world heavyweight champion in a match. You can have your world heavyweight your WWE champion in a match. You can have both men tag team champions in a match without the title on the line. You can have the Intercontinental. You can have a women's and a men's Intercontinental championship.
Well, you have to remember the IC title was supposed to be on the line, but Dom got hurt.
Yeah.
Okay. Who hurt
That
Dom?
Karrion and Sammy had replaced that match.
I think his ribs got busted. I think.
Yeah.
Then Liv got hurt, and then it kind of threw off the whole balance of the show too. So, I think if Liv didn't get hurt and Dom didn't get hurt, I'm pretty sure they would have got into the show somehow, some way.
Yeah.
Especially during that Raquel match.
But yeah, especially the Raquel match.
So,
I see Raquel. I see Raquel winning that match if the other two were there.
Yeah.
Do y'all think Finn goes after that IC championship?
Yep.
There's no other person. There's no other person who can take it off Dom.
I think they're just setting it up for Dom to give it to Finn.
Who?
I can't hear you. We can't hear you.
I said Penta.
No. I feel like this is set up. Dom won the title to give it to Finn.
Yeah.
Penta will win a title though. It just won't be anytime soon.
He'll win it. He'll win it.
It's not anytime soon.
He can win it after Finn. Just like I feel like they'll give Rey Fenix the U.S. championship
or eventually
Solo.
Or eventually the tag titles.
Something like that.
What do y'all think about Jimmy and Jacob?
That's a weird one because even Jay said
he kind of like it,
and even Jay said there's a reason why we stayed away from him. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
hey, and Jimmy, like, I'm trying to get my ass whooped. There's a reason why I'm running up to him.
All right, so
random question. Have any of y'all ever watched Game of Thrones?
I fell asleep to it.
Right? You have, Jerm or Grim? Am I wrong to say that Jimmy is the Jon Snow of the bloodline?
No.
I wouldn't know.
He's not Jon Snow. Jon Snow's too good.
Jon Snow, bro.
He's too good.
He's too good, man. Jon Snow is too good of a character to give to Jimmy. I'm sorry. You know who could be Jon Snow in the bloodline? Jay.
No, Jay's too popular to be Jon Snow, bro. Like, Jon Snow
is a popular character.
He ain't getting out the mud, though. Bro, everybody knows that he is the rightful king, and they keep kicking him to the outlands.
That's why it can't be Jimmy.
Bro, Jimmy is trying his best to keep his family together, and they keep kicking his ass. That is Jon Snow.
I feel like that's more of a I feel like Jimmy is being treated like
Jay is not trying to keep anything together. Jay is worried about his own individual championships right now.
Yo, so
he is.
You know who? If you're talking about Game of Thrones, Jimmy reminds me of what's his face from season 1? He dies. The dad.
Not Ned Stark.
Ned Stark. Yeah.
Stark.
That's how he's being treated.
He is being treated like Ned Stark. No, he's being treated like Bran. He's special.
Oh,
just wills him off in a corner.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. No shit. You know who Roman Reigns is? Game of Thrones? Huh?
Daenerys, an overdramatic, protected witch.
Yeah. Hey, she's hot. Who cares?
She's hot. Who cares?
Emilia Clarke is beautiful. I remember when they announced her, I was like, fuck yeah. I get some free nudity from her. Let's go. I read the books. I read the books before the show came out, so I already knew that was coming.
Game of Thrones fans. I just watched it after all the cute girls said it was good. You want to know when I started watching Game of Thrones? I started watching Game of Thrones in that break between season 7 and 8.
Okay, so it's funny, right? I stopped watching it because I already knew when I was with my ex how she would feel about all this nudity, sex scenes. I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't watch it for that. I actually enjoy the story. The story is good.
You just said you get free nudity from this girl.
Yeah, let me finish though. Let me finish. It's because I knew that was gonna happen. I read the book. I ain't dumb. Anyways.
I see why you're a wrestling promoter, bro.
I stopped watching it when I was with my ex because I already knew if one of the girls bro, that's one of those shows where they just have the most random sex scenes in random spots.
No bullshit. Like, they'll be like literally fighting a dragon, They'll look at each other's eyes and go, "Would you like to make passionate love right now?"
Oh Lord.
I would love to, Uncle. The fuck?
And then go back to the dragon scene afterwards.
Back to fighting the dragon, nigga, like nothing happened. Nigga
That's what
shake
I'm
his dick
saying.
off. Nigga
So
shake his dick
so
off,
I'm
put his
like,
pants on, and
I
go
already
back to fighting
knew
the dragon. The fuck?
I already knew. I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this around her because she's gonna be like, "Oh, you checking her out?" Fuck yeah, I'm checking her out. I mean, goddamn, her ass is right in front of the screen. So either way, we're off topic. Let's get back on topic. We have one more thing to discuss, and that is this right here. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Coastal Clash. For those of y'all who follow us, you are well aware that I made a postponement post. The reason for that is because I'm having a lot of difficulty with communication with certain people I work with. So, with that being said, we pushed the date back. Stay tuned to the post coming soon about when that show will be. I do have a date. I just have to get back with the venue and back with the ring guy. And y'all will definitely still be getting Coastal Clash here in Corpus Christi. As far as losing any talent, I've already talked to Jimmy Controversy. He'll still be here. High will still be here. Alex Ray will still be here, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Um,
I'll
let's
still be
see.
here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when I get to make my debut,
He haven't done the initiation
I'm
yet.
talking about stars.
He hasn't done the initiation yet.
Um, Sean Jones will still be here. Mickey Vargas, your boy, will still be here.
Who?
Um,
I'm just kidding.
and also making his debut at the show, we have Cocaine popping up. That's all I'm gonna say. Breaking news: we got Cocaine showing up. I am not allowed to post him, unfortunately, right now, as much as I want to, but he will be there at the show. Other than that, we have a lot of stuff planned for Coastal Clash. It's going to be an absolute banger, and we hope y'all go ahead and buy your pre-order tickets. We have general admission for 20, ringside for 25. Kids are going to be $10. Anybody 8 and under will be free. Also, we have a new ticket for Corpus. It is the VIP ticket for $100. It'll be 6 general admission tickets, 2 meet and greet passes, and a bucket of beer for free. $100. You can't fucking beat that. Either
Definitely.
way, go ahead and get your tickets. Stay tuned to the post, and we will be definitely um, keeping y'all posted on the new. And also, we haven't even talked about this, the brand versus brand show, which is what we will be closing it off with. What are you doing, Luck? It looked
huh?
like you were driving a car.
I was checking on my dog.
Oh, you're making sure Fluke wasn't misbehaving?
Nah, I gave up on that mission.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah,
Yeah, I don't
you
blame
gotta go
I-
find him, man. Because I spot him near a bar in my town, and I don't think he's leaving anytime soon.
At least he's not on the streets again. The last time he was under
No,
the old
that
harbor.
bar he's
He was on
that.
the bro. He was under the old harbor bridge with a new bimbo.
Hey, that bar that he's at is not really meant for good people either. So you might want to go get him.
Yeah, Los Putos again.
Not there no more, dog. I said my town, fool. Now he's not in Corpus. He's in my town.
A lot of places.
I can't hear you.
Now I'm saying like he's in my town, so you might want to come get him.
Either way, like I said, let's get started with this brand versus brand show because I'm trying to go eat some Catfish Charlie's. I'm getting it free today.
Go eat.
I'm broke, so I can't eat.
Pay that man.
So, Mr. Luck, have you seen the match card or should I announce it for you?
Well, we both know. Even if I seen it, I don't remember what I seen. So you gonna have to announce it to me.
All right, well, let's go ahead and run down this list. We have a pre-show match. Let me pull this.
Am I in it? Am I in it?
No, you're not in
You
it.
haven't done the initiation yet.
about? I
Are you
gave
ready?
Rebel Kid
Are
$200
you ready?
last week.
All right, yo. Pre-show match will be the Banes representing TKL versus Spider Kid and Black Dragon representing APW. That is the pre-show match. First match of the night. We are starting the show off with a banger. Representing Texas Combat League. He is my Rising Stars champion and my very own cousin, Primo Ka, versus AEW's Mexican Elite Champion, Tony Trendkill, or how like Luck likes to say it, Tony Tranquil, in a brand versus
Say it.
brand,
How you say it?
champion versus champion matchup. Now, neither title is on the line. This is just a straight up one-on-one non-title. See which the better champion is. That is the first match. Second match, technically, but first on the main card. Then we have match 2. Insane Joe Payne takes on Lynn Garrett. Lynn Garrett will be representing TKO. Insane Joe Payne will be representing APW. That'll just be a regular one-on-one. Match 3. This one's gonna be good. We have representing APW, Sacred Dragon versus our very own Gavin Young. That's going to be match 3. Now, people, y'all need to realize Gavin still holds the briefcase. So, he has all the power in the world to cash in, even at APW if he wanted to. Hey, let's say Primo beats
You hear
Tony.
that, CJ?
Hey, let's just say Primo beats Tony so bad, Tony just laying there. He can go cash in and win the Mexican Elite Championship. Anyways, let's keep going.
Are you hinting at something?
Match 4. We have one of Luck Jackson's favorite competitors in this match. We have Rebel Kid representing Texas Combat League versus Amazing Rude, the owner of APW, going mano a mano. Go ahead. You wanted to say something?
That guy owes me a new tour bus.
Yeah, you need to take a shit on that tour bus too.
Nah, I'm good. He can have it.
Either way, okay, so
I'll just ride under CJ's truck.
following that match, we have match 5. Crazy Mane representing APW versus a mystery opponent of my choosing representing Texas Combat League.
I'll do it. I'll whoop his ass.
You don't want to
Look,
fight
you
Crazy
didn't
Mane.
do the initiation yet.
I paid Rebel Kid my $200 initiation fee.
Rebel Kid is barely on our roster.
Yeah.
Why did I pay him $200?
I don't know. That's on you.
He said something.
You should have paid me $200.
$200 for initiation, and I can compete at the APW versus TKL show. That's
He
what
lied to you
told
on
me.
that.
Yeah, he
There's
lied.
a whole other
Tell me-
initiation process you got to do before you get compete.
You have to take chops from everybody, including myself.
I want my money back.
Hey, why do you think Joey ain't gonna do it?
All right. So my question is, hey, this is my question. Who do you think the mystery opponent for Crazy Mane is gonna be?
Tubi Superstar.
Ain't gonna be Jack, that's for sure.
What'd you say? I can barely hear you. Look, you need to like turn up your mic or something.
Hear me now?
Way better.
All right. I did nothing.
Oh, you look closer, but I hear you a lot better. So who do you think, knowing me so well and how creative I am, who do you think it could be for Crazy Mane?
Who would you put against Craig? Probably Alex Ray.
Now, why would I hit up Alex Ray to help with my brand versus brand?
He hates our brand.
You wanna?
Yeah, he doesn't hate our brand. He hates me. I hate him. Obviously.
Like an old school Barney song. Crazy Mane would go up against.
I'm not gonna say who it is, but let's just say it's
Then why have me guess?
Because I want the fans to think about who would Grimm hire for that match. Now, note, Crazy Mane dropped his promo last night and is now officially a death match. So whoever he's fighting will be in a death match.
Oh, it's a death match? Oh, I think I know who you picked. I think I definitely. Did you go with the Texas King of Death Matches?
What do you mean?
It's not Alexandrov. Don't get that in your head.
I don't even know who that is.
Who do you think I picked?
Marcus Rashad?
Nope.
No.
Because he's already in a match already.
Yeah, well, I have to keep going with this match card. All right, so
He told me to guess.
yeah, no, so that's fine. I'm not going to reveal who it is, but let's just say it's a nice. Everyone's going to be shocked. It's going to be a nice shock factor. And it's officially a death match. All right, so match 6. We have Laredo's very own Denise Day representing APW, invoking her rematch clause for the TKL Supernova Championship against my very beloved Supernova champion, Zai Gold, in a rematch for the Texas Combat League Supernova Championship. So, who do y'all think is winning that? Do you think Zai is dropping the title or not? I cannot hear
At
you.
a non-TKL event. Zai's not losing at an event that's not in Corpus Christi.
I mean, she won in an event that wasn't in Corpus Christi.
In Laredo.
Either way,
I will say,
what do you think, CJ?
Working with her at the last APW show, Denise definitely is gonna have a hard time with Zai.
I feel like Zai's too quick for her.
But even since then, like I get that Denise has been at it for years. Like she's been at it for a while already. I think I was a fan the first time I saw her. Like
She's
back in
a sweetheart. Love Denise.
And I honestly think Denise definitely has some power on her, but Zai needs to be quick on her feet in order to like topple this one, because I don't think she's gonna. I think Zai is definitely gonna have an advantage, but I won't. I will say that it's gonna be a good match for her.
All right, well, please note that for those of y'all who follow us religiously on our socials, just know that Zai had every intention to defend her championship against Emi Camacho at the dojo show. Unfortunately, Emi couldn't make it. She had some issues. We are going to go ahead and still try to get that match to happen. But with that being said, if Zai ends up dropping the title to Denise, then it'll be Denise versus Emmy in the future. But until then,
and should be grounded.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to take another guess at who is going to be facing Crazy
Okay.
Man. Is it going to be my right-hand man, my commander-in-chief? Because I'm the commander-in-chief. It's going to be my vice president, Thabos.
Maybe.
Shout out Thabos in the comment section. Appreciate you for tuning in today, Big Dog.
But either way, that is that matchup. Then we have a huge. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all some breaking news on this show, like I always do. Now, this match has been called a 3v3 6-man tag, and that is gonna be between Dill Dempsey, Omega, and Demarcus Rashad versus Anthony Katina, Big J Bishop, and Jack Spears. Now, breaking roll. Someone give me a drum roll. That is a weak ass fucking drum. CJ, please give me a drum roll.
That does not sound right at all.
That did not.
I think that was AJ from his room.
That does not sound right at all, bruh.
Brother, what the fuck?
That wasn't me.
It was more. It was more so that we couldn't see.
That wasn't even me,
All
bro.
right. So y'all ready?
No.
Y'all ready?
Probably.
No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
That wasn't me at all, bro.
You shuffling?
Are y'all ready?
Yeah, just say it.
Hold on, let me find the right.
Go to sleep.
I don't see it. Anyways, all right. So this has now been made a 5
Right here,
versus
CJ, right here.
5 elimination style tag match. This is now a 5 versus 5 elimination style tag match. Now, on APW side, we have Dill Dempsey, the realtor of reality. Demarcus Rashad, the self-proclaimed king of death matches. Self-proclaimed. Note how I said that. Omega, the biggest teddy bear you'll ever meet in your entire life. And the current APW tag team champions, South Texas Killers, have just confirmed to be on APW side. Now, please note, CJ has beef with only one of them. So maybe we tease that a little bit. Maybe not. We'll see. Either
Not worth
way,
it. Not worth it.
we have them 5 versus, check this out. We have some new guys. We got some new blood representing TKL. Obviously, we have Jack Spears. Big J Bishop making his debut with us for that show. Anthony Katina. If y'all don't know who that is, y'all don't know fucking indie wrestling. Literally one of the biggest names in America right now. He is the current NWA Openweight champion, I believe. And then he is also a OVW champion as well. Either way, that's a big name. Now, these two guys, CJ is very familiar with, but approval from all their teachers. I have Jay Richards stepping in for TKL. And I also have TJ Young, your tag partner, also stepping in for TKL to represent us in this 5v5 elimination style tag next weekend. That is going to be a huge match. That is the co-main event. Now, your thoughts on that, CJ, knowing that you work with some of these guys?
I definitely can see now this is going to be a good match. Obviously, I've worked with TJ a couple of times in the past. Made a good team already. I can only imagine what he could do with the other 4 on his team.
All right. And the main event of the evening. This is a champion versus champion, title versus title. Yes, the titles are on the line in this match. It is APW's, I believe he's the
Open
openweight
weight.
champion,
Open weight.
Benny Dreams versus our very own TKL Elite Champion, CJ Renegade. Now, please note, this is also a big dream match of CJ. So, there's a lot happening in this match. That is the main event of the night. Now, people, please note that there's a lot at stake. Not only is this a brand versus brand show, both titles are on the line. So think of all the possibilities that can happen. Now, before we give CJ the mic on this one, since he's in this match, what are your thoughts on this title versus title match, Luck?
I think that first and foremost, the show as a whole, it's a unique opportunity for both brands, in my opinion, because it's rare that you see 2 companies actually willing to put their reputations on the line and have their champions face each other. Usually it's my champion's better than your champion, but you'll never have them lace up and face off. I think like me and Caesar were talking about, it's an opportunity, so take it. But actually see that, because I remember in the group chat, CJ was talking about how he wanted to face off against Benny.
I made it happen.
Like one of his dream matches. You know what I mean? So like for my Brody, like I'm more excited for my bro that he gets to actually do something that was on his bucket list more than anything, whether he wins or loses. Like, because me, it's all about like bro says, "Hey, bro, I want to do this," and like see him is it accomplished? That's tight. You know what I mean? So regardless, CJ gets his dream match, so it's a win for CJ. So it's a win.
Check this out. Speaking of dream matches, he had 3 dream matches in one at Loco as well. He got to fight Primo. He got to fight Elijah Cobra and Zeke Rose, all in the same match.
That was definitely a fun one, actually.
But either way, CJ, now knowing that you're fighting one of your, and I will.
But this is different though. This is a singles match. This one's a little different.
So I will admit,
more than 5 minutes.
like I said, there's a lot at stake. We're putting your title on the line. He's putting his title on the line, knowing that I understand y'all are both friends in real life as well, and I am also friends with Benny. I have mad respect for him, and he has mad respect for us as well. He is a very down to earth guy, but this is a brand war, so that shit's out the window. What are your honest thoughts going into this match?
So I'll start us off by saying I first met Benny back in 2022 when I first got back into indie wrestling. I thought he was very energetic, very charismatic, and very skilled in the ring too. I actually have right here a picture, if I can show it to the people, if I can.
I don't care.
This is when he was tag champs with Josh Galvan, the Juggernaut, and that was the first.
Bro, I love Josh.
That was the first iteration of the multimedia title right there, the silver one. So you can say me and Benny have a long history. I saw him rise up to the occasion, and he's seen me go to getting training, do these different shows, but we never crossed paths. We were always in different venues, different events, different promotions. I was off training in Houston. He trains off near San Antonio. So it's I consider him a dream match because I looked up to him. So in this match, not only is our titles on the line, but also it's a brand war. So I will say, Benny, I said this to your face too at AAA yesterday. Once we step in that ring, all gloves are off. Like, I will give you my all.
Oh yeah, are y'all both cutting promos on each other? Did y'all talk about that?
We didn't. We had a few minutes to speak because our matches were rushed and everything, so we never had time to speak. So I will say that once that bell rings and we're in that ring, that's it. I'm gonna be sure to bring not only that open weight title to TKL, I will get a W for TKL overall as a brand because I put my heart and soul into this ring now. So I will do whatever it takes to make sure we get that win, regardless of how the match ends. Benny, much respect to you. Like I said, I've been a fan since I was a fan, and now we're going to be standing face to face in the middle of a ring with both our titles on the line. So I will say, as a fan, hell yeah. But as your opponent, about to turn Benny Dreams to a Benny Nightmare. That's all I got to say.
All right, well, I think this is a great end point for this episode. We have been on for almost 2 hours, but this has been a great episode. I feel like we got a lot done in this episode. And please stay tuned for more promos to be dropped today. Please stay tuned for Combat Zone featuring CJ, and CJ. And then as well as our brand war next weekend. Buy your tickets. Laredo, Texas, 1414 Rosario Street. It is Amazing Pro Wrestling versus Texas Combat League. And please note, they started this war. It was not us. You don't believe me? Episode 2 of Combat Zone. It's right there in front of your face. With that being said, Mr. Luck, please close us out.
Well, thank you for joining us again on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. That has been the TKL owner, founder, CEO, Jay Grimm. That has been your all-media champion and your TKL Elite World Champion, CJ the Tank Renegade. And I have been the voice of TKL, Luck Jackson. We'll see y'all next